A state witnessing unprecedented financial burden. Prices of milk, fuel, electricity, and other essentials shooting up. Funds of scheduled castes and scheduled tribes being diverted to fulfill freebies. The MUDA scheme in which the CM's wife is involved. A scam involving illegal transfer of 187 crores to individual accounts. Phew, that's too much bad press for the Congress government in Karnataka. How do we divert the attention of the people? CM Sidhu must have thought. Tada! Introduce a little regional chauvinism by calling for reservations for locals in private jobs. According to the bill approved by the state cabinet, a private company has to recruit local Kannadigas for 50% of managerial jobs like supervisory, technical, operational, administrative, and higher positions. 75% of non-managerial jobs like clerical, unskilled, semi-skilled roles, and 100% of Group C and D jobs. A local candidate is defined as someone either born in Karnataka or residing there for 15 years. Who is fluent in Kannada and having passed a required test by a nodal agency. The reservation mandate applies to employees under the Karnataka Shops and Commercial Establishments Act or those with 10 and more employees engaged in manufacturing or service. If an industry or factory does not find suitable local candidates, they are required to collaborate with the government or its agencies within 3 years to train and engage local candidates. The bill imposes penalties on employers ranging from 10,000 rupees to 25,000 rupees for violations, and if it persists, a fine of up to 100 rupees per day will be levied until resolved. This is not the first time that the Congress government in Karnataka has brought in such a law. In 2016, the first Siddaramaiah-led government had planned to reserve 100% of blue-collar jobs in the private sector for Kannadigas, but failed. The Congress, which keeps harping on the constitution, is violating the fundamental rights of an Indian by this move. Article 14 of the Constitution guarantees equality before the law and equal protection of laws for every Indian. With this move, people from other states working in Karnataka are denied that equality. Article 19 guarantees an Indian to move freely throughout the territory of India, to reside and settle in any part of the territory of India, and to practice any profession or to carry out any occupation, trade or business. This move violates this fundamental right of the Constitution as well. The draconian move not just tramples on the Constitution, but also basic economic sense. The state infringing on the rights of companies to hire will drive away investors and companies. It will strangle the private sector, which depends on the availability of skilled, qualified and efficient workforce. As a result, the state will lose even more jobs, businesses and thereby state revenue. Long story short, the laws will become counterproductive and detrimental to the economic growth and development of the state. But there seems to be a broader agenda for the Congress in bringing this move. You see, Rahul Gandhi has time and again reiterated that India is a union of states and not a nation.
In the Constitution, India is described as a union of states. India is not described as a nation. In our Constitution, the line is, India, that is Bharat, is a union of states. India is not described as a nation, it is described as a union of states.
Most recently, he said this.
Manipur is one of the most beautiful states of the Indian Union. Thank you.
The Congress government's parochial move to reserve jobs for locals may inspire other state governments to follow suit. This will create a gap between skills required by companies and the talent that is actually available locally, creating more unemployment, not less. And what if every state starts doing this? It will lead to balkanization of labor market, preventing a unified, integrated and mobile one nation, one market, and thereby the balkanization of India. It is high time Indians realize this nefarious agenda of Congress to break India.